So that was our first clip.
leave it to us. We're like trying to plus up the production values, and we completely crashed and took the channel offline.
Whoops.
Thanks for bearing with us, guys, as we work out these kinks.
I hope you guys enjoyed the clip. It was a really amazing night to see some of our community members out there.
I didn't get to see the clip.
I know.
So,
you haven't seen the clip yet?
No.
Let's watch it again.
Let's watch it again. More me. No, but I saw a couple photos of you at the event and stuff.
Yeah, so I actually got to be the person who said that you're all getting Inside Out places.
Oh, your Oprah moment.
Yeah. Someone made
awesome.
Disney Infinity Codes made a really funny graphic of that.
Oh, that is awesome.
But yeah, it was so cool. And we got the reaction that you guys saw in the clip. Everyone was just really excited, and it's fun to be able to share the Inside Out playset with our community first.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. Actually, I had a couple of people come up to me and they're like, I didn't have a chance to make it to the Inside Out event, but I really wanted to go. And I didn't even know that Inside Out event was happening.
Because you were somewhere else.
Yeah, but that's probably why I didn't know. It was it was crazy.
So tell us about that. Where were you?
That was a crazy moment. Hey, but wait, did we tell everyone everything that we're doing today? I feel like we missed the part where it's like, here's everything that we're doing today.
Yeah, we just dove right in.
Sorry.
All right.
My fault.
No worries.
Let's tell everyone what we're doing today.
All right, so we're gonna catch up with the team about E3, and then we're gonna go into some gameplay, 3.0 gameplay, show off Boba Fett, show off the Inside Out characters. We have to get some close-ups of those figures since the movie's out today.
Yes.
Hopefully show off a little bit of the Toy Box Hub with some of the 3.0 Disney characters. That's something you guys have been asking for on Twitter. And then just a Q&A with the team. We have a special guest here for that.
A very special guest, one of my best buddies, Jameson Wong, who runs retail and finance for Infinity. He's actually come because a lot of you guys were asking about the exclusives thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know until you guys had sent me messages online. So I went and grabbed him and I was like, hey, is this happening? And he's like, and I'm like, we should talk about this on the stream for our fans.
I got to tell you, you sent me a tweet that said, Allison, let's talk about this tomorrow. And I had several people at E3 come up to me and be like, did John talk to you yet? Like I was going to the principal's office or something.
No. I didn't know what was going on. So anyway, okay, cool. So that sounds like fun. So
and we also have some fan mail. So I did get
new fan mail.
we got a package last Friday, and then some more fan mail came in throughout the week that when I got back to the office yesterday. I saw. So we'll go through that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. So
back to E3.
Keynote.
Yeah.
Crazy town.
Tell us, catch us up.
So, okay, the backstory is about a month and a half ago, my friend Adam, who runs third party at Sony, he called me on the phone and they were like, hey, we think that since we're doing this partnership with you guys, that it would make a lot of sense for you to come on stage and present it at the keynote. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's like nothing's confirmed. And it was like one of those things where I felt like if I started talking about it, it wouldn't happen. But it's like such a huge deal for me personally, and obviously for the team because they've put so much incredible hard work into Infinity. So to have your game featured up on that stage by any of the first parties is a huge honor. And so the fact that we had 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes worth of time to just get up there and talk about Infinity was incredible. And
were you nervous going into it?
Oh, I was freaking out. What's funny is that I was looking at like some of the comments and people were like, oh my God, oh my goodness, that Disney guy was so over enthusiastic, and I was like, that's how I am.
No,
I think people thought I was faking it.
Really? Yeah. I saw so much positivity. They're like, that guy was the best part of the show. Yeah, you actually love the product, and I think like people could really tell that.
I had someone's like, I wish we could get John Vignacchi to host all of my daughter's birthday parties.
Hey, maybe a side business.
No. Yeah, I guess, right? Hey, this video game thing doesn't work out. This Infinity thing doesn't work out. So, so that was an incredible moment. I was totally nervous, but afterwards, when I came off stage, Shu Yoshida, who runs all of first-party development for Sony worldwide, he came up to me and he said, that was incredible, John. You should do the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, shoot, thank you. And we took a really, really great photo with him as well. So, yeah, that was a crazy moment, but it was great for the game to be featured.
And if anybody wasn't watching, what did you actually announce there?
Oh, sorry. So if you missed it, we announced a partnership with Sony, and we're going to do a special limited edition Star Wars Saga starter pack. I'm glad that we didn't make that tough to pronounce. Special edition Star Wars Saga Starter Pack.
Say it 7 times fast.
Yeah, say it 7 times. That's going to come with Twilight of the Republic, which is the starter pack you guys have all seen. But then also it's going to come with a Rise Against the Empire playset, and it will come with Boba Fett. So basically, actually, Jameson's team is the one that goes and creates this configuration. Basically, all that content. So the Rise Against the Empire playset will release like as a standard 2 playset configuration approximately 1 month after this special edition, and then Boba Fett is available exclusively inside of that starter pack there.
Got him right here.
Yeah, all the way through. Yeah, we should hand model.
Yep.
Hand model.
Hand model.
Hand? Is there a hand model in the house?
Does anyone know how to hand model?
What are we going to do? Does anyone know a hand model that won't be able to be here? You weren't paying attention.
No,
I was live streaming.
I was talking to the people in the chat.
Oh, okay,
I was
okay,
supposed to be doing. Hi.
Hey, everybody. It's Disney Infinity's Tyler.
Let's get you a mic.
Oh, I have a mic now.
All right.
Are you wearing makeup? You look very nice.
Thank you. I'm not wearing makeup. I woke up like this.
Oh! All right, you get to do it. Drop it.
No, I don't want to. It might make
drop
really
it.
big
Here, I'll
feedback.
catch it.
We are so dumb. All right.
Anyways. Here's
Hand
Boba Fett.
model. So, all right, this Boba Fett character comes exclusively inside of that PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4 Star Wars Saga starter pack. And then he will be released as an individual figure in January of next year. So that was the big announcement that we made. And so you guys know, because I do think it's important, we did go to Microsoft, we did go to Nintendo, we talked to them, and they had both said that they love Infinity, but they unfortunately didn't have the bandwidth to do a special program. So, but Sony was really interested. We love those guys, and they're great partners. So
It's really exciting. But that was just Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like, that's just Tuesday. We haven't even got, like, the show, or was it? No,
Was it? No,
Monday.
it was
That was Monday. Oh my gosh.
Right.
So the show hadn't even opened at that point.
yeah.
So let's talk about the rest of the week. And we got Tyler here too, so maybe we can hear a little
So,
bit.
yeah, so that was Monday night, and then Tuesday was the first day of the show, and it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy.
Yes. So,
Show opened, and it was like, okay, so then basically Blackburn and I were in a back room in back-to-back interviews with all these different press outlets that were curious about what's happening with Infinity, show us Disney Infinity 3.0, talk to us about all these new characters. We had announced Rebels on Friday, so people were getting to see those characters in action for the first time, and we just did back-to-back meetings like a marathon. Actually, thank goodness, Tally had booked time for us to just chill, like to mentally catch up for
Good job,
15
Tally.
or 20 minutes. Yeah, great job, Tally. We love you. I call her my fairy godmother now. And so yeah, that was really cool. So that's like what we had done, and then my guys as well as people from QA were on the show floor, and shout out to the entire team that did countless 8-hour, 9-hour days just saying the same thing over and over and over again, showing the game. And so we're actually going to show some of you guys what those guys had demoed on the show floor, so that if you couldn't make it, you still get to see everything that all the press got to see. So that was
nice. Let's hear about the E3 highlights. What was your E3 highlight? This is your first E3, right?
Hashtag Tyler's first E3.
Yep.
Yep.
Got his own hashtag.
Tell us some of your memories, Tyler.
Well, obviously, I was really excited about a lot of stuff, but I think my favorite part of the entire show was actually getting to meet all of you guys, just because it was fun to put faces to the name and like get to know you guys. I mean, I'm like always talking to you guys on Toybox TV Live. I'm always talking to you on Twitter. And so it's just good to, get to know you on a little more personal level. And it was really fun.
That's awesome. What was it like when you first walked in the show? Because we actually went the day before, right? And so they were still like setting up. There was a lot of heavy machinery going around.
I know. Everyone's like, get out of the way! And there's like one of those forklifts, like,
Yeah.
like, ah! Yeah.
It's exactly like that.
It was pretty much that. I was like,
Babies
okay.
screaming.
It was like a little initiation. It was like going backstage at Disneyland where it's like, oh, where'd all the magic go?
Hey, I wish Brit was here because her team did an amazing job with the. Oh, she's sleeping. Oh, that's nice. Someone gets to sleep.
She's upstairs sleeping.
Oh, sleepy.
Well,
with a Y.
I can see her.
I'm totally take a nap. I think they deserve it. They all deserve it.
Yeah, they do. So shout out to the entire events team. And do we have any like video footage where we can show people what the booth looked like?
Do we have anything queued? Any photos? No.
Well, it's probably a good thing. We might,
but you know,
crash the stream again.
but you know what? So we were filming all day on Tuesday for Toy Box TV, and we got so many demos and such good footage of the booth. And then Justin and Kevin, our Toy Box TV crew, came back here, and they were furiously editing. And so we have a really amazing clip to share with you guys next week on Toy Box TV. And many of you who are there are included in the clip. So definitely look out for that.
And I remember Roy Conley came by, and he is an incredible producer and works at Disney Animation Studios. I think he won an Oscar actually, I know he won an Oscar last year. And he came by, and I was able to give him a demo, and then we were able to grab him.
I know, that was awesome.
Yeah, so you guys have to check that out. He does a really cool shout out to
totally geeking out about
Disney
that.
Infinity and the community and stuff.
Well, at first I didn't know what you were talking about. You were like, get over here now. And I was like, oh, we gotta film. I like started texted Tyler, like 911, JB wants to film, like come over.
Something must be wrong.
I was like, and then it was such a cool surprise.
Yeah, that was really
that
cool.
He was gonna give us a shout out.
And then did you hear who swung by the booth?
Who?
Kanye.
I did hear that, and I totally missed him, and I'm so mad.
Yeah,
I was trying to tell you about it. I was like, Kanye West is here, Kanye West is here.
But he didn't tell me. I was like, you can interrupt anything for Kanye West.
You were in the middle of an interview. I'm not going to do that.
That'd be so funny.
It's Kanye.
Hey, Kanye, Allison with Toy Box TV. What's your favorite Disney Infinity character?
As he's like walking by with his bodyguards.
Yeah, so that was cool.
That's amazing.
That was cool.
Should we bring up some of the rest of the team?
Yes! Let's bring up Matthew Soley, ladies and gentlemen. Bye, Tyler.
Bye.
Sorry, this table is very
close.
Can we scooch it?
Ouch. And then when I move forward, this microphone in my back pocket.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, JV. You know, this is the most time I spent with you all week.
I know.
That's
sad.
I know, it's very sad.
It's sad. It's like, because, I mean, we're all so busy as we're doing that kind of stuff.
I know, man.
It's crazy. So, all right, tell us, besides the private infinity party that we had on Wednesday, what your favorite moment of E3 was for Disney Infinity.
Wow, for Disney Infinity. Just background for you guys. I actually was doing a combination of what's called international roundtables and
that sounds fancy. What does that actually mean?
What does that actually mean? It's not that luxurious. So basically what it was
yes, it is.
No, you had all the fun interviews. It was like you and John Blackburn, the dynamic duo.
John and I always do because it's easier when one of us basically is overthinking something, the other one cuts in, so that the journalist.
And meanwhile, they put me out to like, you're gonna go deal with the international press. Like, you're gonna be fine. We're not gonna have anyone else in there with you. It's cool. But no. So what it is they basically have a room behind closed doors, and it's between 8 to 10 people of international press show up, and literally they sit there. We give them an hour-long demo, and then they proceed to pepper me with questions, sort of like the angry reviewer. And they just sit there and they go, "Well, what about Force Awakens?" And I'm like, "We're not talking about that right now. What about other stuff?"
Oh, so you mean angry game journalist? You were getting. So what was some of the toughest questions you were getting?
Oh God, it was stuff that we haven't talked about yet.
Oh, so just the things that everyone.
Yeah, you know, some people had questions about. There's the big announcement from Nintendo, where Nintendo is partnering with Skylanders, and they're doing their thing, and they were asking, when are we going to do that?
Right.
And the question I had for them is like, well, what's your favorite Disney character? And they're like, well, it's like, oh, well, it's this character, like Tron. And I go, so you want me to do something else before Tron? And they're like, no. And I go, exactly. We have so much stuff that we already have.
That's a good response.
Yeah. You know, I've been trained by the best.
Yeah.
So
I don't know about that.
Oh, come on. But no, it was a lot of fun. So I did that.
I just picture, by the way that this looks, I picture you at a table it's like a James Bond thing, like a gathering of villains,
right?
And you're like sitting there, no, and like there's like a light, right? And you're like, Matthew Soley, main producer, pepper me with questions.
Oh, I may produce that so well. You would have been proud.
So you guys know, we'll let you in on an inside joke. Was it last year?
No.
So Matt's title is actually producer on Disney Infinity, but someone went on, I think it was Reddit.
Yeah, I still have it saved.
And then and was posting, like during all the speculation, was posting as Matt Soley, main producer of Disney Infinity. So it was like, hi, I'm Matt Soley, main producer, Disney Infinity. I'm here to answer all of your questions. And so it had popped up on our radar, and I basically stood up. I'm like, Matt, are you on Reddit right now?
The best
and he's like, no, and I would never do that. And
we
I'm
were
like,
we were in an all hands with Blackbird, and like it was first it was Chester and John Drake.
Yeah.
And they were like, have you lost your mind? Get off Reddit.
Texting you?
Yeah, they were texting me. Like Chester legitimately thought I had gone insane.
So anyway, there is no such title as main producer. But it's spiritually become Matt's title, and so we're always like, oh, you main produced this. Get the main producer here. But actually, that wasn't even the tip-off that it wasn't you. The true tip-off was that Matt spells his name with one T.
Yes.
And
always.
So when the person wrote Matt, M-A-T-T Solely, which is how you would normally spell Matt, but you're unique.
Well, yeah, but you met my parents. You wanted me to be unique.
Yes, exactly. So that's how we secretly knew it was.
Yeah. Well, that and my handle for everything is Del Soul Man.
Yeah, that's true too.
But yeah, no, that was main producer. That's so I'm glad that actually stuck. It's super funny.
All right, so that was a great moment for you doing all the international roundtable. Like, what's another fun story? Like, if your mom or your brother or your dad or your sister called you on the phone, you'd be like, "This happened at E3." What is that moment?
So actually, shout out to my mom and dad who are probably watching this.
Really?
Actually, yeah, they found it and it was super funny.
That's so heartwarming.
But no, so you know what my mom did yesterday for Throwback Thursday?
What?
She posted a Facebook photo of me when I was 3 years old, playing Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader with my grandfather.
Aww.
And you gotta remember, back in like 1983, there weren't actual lightsabers, so we're using like tubes from wrapping paper.
Okay.
And I don't know how she got it on Facebook. I thought it was a Polaroid. But yeah, she put it on Facebook, and like she's like, I'm so proud, like my son, loves Star Wars, and now today he's at E3 and he's like demoing Star Wars to press and all this stuff. So you could imagine all the family feels came out like crazy.
Oh, that is so sweet.
It was awesome, but I had also the Facebook vibrating phone problem where I'm like trying to do demos and also it's like
oh yeah,
I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
Like, what's blowing up? So that was amazing, and shout out, like, thanks mom. And then
but what is the moment you would tell her when you call her on the phone?
And I talked to her this weekend. Probably just in general, it was just when all the Disney Infinity fans came up on it was Tuesday? I'm sorry, like all the days blended together.
That was 5 p.m. on Tuesday.
Yeah, it was funny. Like I didn't know we were doing all that because I've been so focused trying to make sure Twilight's great, and as I found at the last minute, I'm doing these roundtables, and it was like a bunch of people came up and they're like, "Hi Matt, like it's great to meet you," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, aren't you like Disney Infinity fans?" Or Patrick, who's one of the guys who follows us on Twitter all the time. Like it's so cool. Like they all came up, and I got to talk to all you guys that were there, which was a lot of fun. And no, sincerely, you guys made my E3. I wish it was Thursday because man, Thursday I was tired, but it was all worthwhile. Like they really made the kickoff of E3 that more special, and it's great to meet the fans. And
so the fan meetup moment, that was your moment.
Yeah, it's crazy to think like people actually care what we're doing and like follow us like on Twitter or watch us on Twitch and stuff.
I so agree. Yeah.
It was
Blackburn was able.
Sorry,
to
I was yawning. Jameson was laughing off the side because I'm tired. Not
James
like,
just laughing.
Yeah, solely. You're punching the arm.
All right.
But actually, Blackburn was able to come and talk to the fans for a little while, and that's what he said too. He was just kind of overwhelmed by just how many people showed up for the event and how many people care.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you guys know, like I've been doing this for like 10 years, so it's like crazy, just like the fan response and like how loyal you guys are, and it's very humbling and amazing. Plus, as you know, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, and I've always wanted to work on a Star Wars game. I've worked on so many cool other games and other IPs that every child would have wanted to work on, but being able to work on a Star Wars game and be a 5-year-old kid and tell people, like, I'm working on Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, here's Twilight, here's Rise Against the Empire. And it's humbling and amazing. Like, I'm so excited to be part of this. You have no idea.
Sean Patton.
Yes, sir.
Come sit on the blue dot.
JB's done with you.
He has had enough of the Matt Soley for today.
No, it's fine. Sean Patton, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Let's start clapping when people come on. That's great.
It makes me feel good.
Okay, what was, in a very succinct fashion, what was your favorite moment of E3?
I did see some on Twitter is like, stop talking, just get to the gameplay.
My favorite moment.
This is a community discussion, my friend.
I know we want to bring you guys into what happened to E3.
This is what they don't like. You ask me a question, then you talk for 5 minutes before I get to answer.
Okay, right.
Speak up, Patton.
So my favorite moment was getting to see people come up, because I did similar to Sully, but I was more stationed, talking to a lot of people coming up, a lot of press that kind of have to just be there and cover all the games. Seeing them walk away going, wow, that was really fun.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like that was my favorite moment. Like there was two that I remember like really distinctly of being like kind of like, do I have to go? Can I play the next one? Like I want to play the next mission. And that was awesome for me. And then it's always nice. This is my 17th E3.
17th?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I'm. What's that?
What was that?
Catfish Andy?
Catfish Andy.
You can tell I'm really tired. All right, sorry.
So it's always nice to see like old friends and stuff, but it was a little awkward because I'd be like doing an interview with like Puerto Rico, and someone would come up behind my ear and be like, "Hey, how's it going? Oh, hey, I haven't seen you in 10 years. Good to see you. Okay, go away."
Yeah, when you see all your friends there, yeah, totally.
So.
Yeah, well, that's great. That's great. Any like outstanding reaction or reactions to what you were showing? Anything in particular? Any fun celebrities you saw?
I missed every celebrity.
Are you good at celebrity spotting? I'm
No, I'm
terrible.
horrible.
I'm terrible
I'm
at
horrible
it
at
too.
Hoth was in the booth, right?
Who's that?
He was the guy that was in the new Superman or the Superman film that Bryan Singer did.
Oh.
He's actually the Atom now on the DC show Arrow / The Flash.
Okay.
Yeah, he came and evidently played the toy box and stuff. He was like totally incognito, like hat down, t-shirt, jeans.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It's funny now that all makes sense. Someone came up to me and was like, "Hey man, Superman's in the booth." And I was like, "Oh, cool!" Like, like just
Like it's a code name.
No, I assume someone is cosplaying.
Oh, yeah.
Superman's in the booth. Like, all right, great.
Yeah, no, it's
Like Comic-Con.
Anyway.
well, there was the woman who showed up at the very end who was dressed as Mrs. Incredible.
Oh, I didn't see
No,
that.
I missed that.
Yeah, so she did the
cool.
we had the augmented reality thing
Yeah.
with Mr. Incredible.
Oh, that's
So like
awesome.
everyone was like cheering and doing photos. So yeah, there was like a huge thing at the very, very end, just before we closed. Like
Oh,
literally
cool.
5 minutes before 5 o'clock.
That's so cool. All right, awesome. Thank you, Sean.
You're very welcome.
Let's bring Scott. You want to come tell us what your big E3 moment was?
I'll give him my spot on the couch.
Okay.
I'll be back
All
though.
right, bye, Soli. Bye,
Stay
Sean.
here. We're gonna need you.
So guys, while Scott's coming up, we are going to be showing gameplay footage here shortly of the Battle of Yavin. It's one of the spline-based X-Wing sequences from the Rise Against the Empire playset.
And that's why we're actually keeping Sean here as well.
Oh, okay, great.
Sean can stay here. Also, Brit is on her way down.
Yes!
Oh,
So
We have
stay
to,
tuned.
yeah. Lots of love to her when she shows up, you guys, because she like totally hustled.
Yes, she did all weekend.
What's
Or
your
week.
big moment?
My favorite moment was when Allison had a really great idea to do a Twitter scavenger hunt in the booth.
I like woke up on Wednesday morning. I was like, let's do a scavenger hunt. It'll be so fun.
So
What does that mean? I don't know. What is a Twitter scavenger hunt?
we put together a graphic, we tweeted it and Instagrammed it, and it had 5 different challenges for
Yeah.
our fans who saw the post to come to the booth and take photos, tweet them, and then the first person to find Allison would win a Rise playset, Inside Out playset, and a
And-
t-shirt.
Yeah, and these t-shirts are pretty rare. We gave a few out at our meetup, but
What were
we
the
weren't giving them
t-shirts?
out wide.
The
They were
Joint
the staff
Forces,
ones.
Oh, really?
yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking we should start for the top 5. We should start giving the Toy Box artists like something special that gets selected. I really would like to do that.
I would love to too. Let's talk to our legal team.
Oh
about
no!
contest
I
rules.
didn't even. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely. Yeah.
We
okay.
have tried to do that in the past, but then we'd have to make it U.S. only, and that would be sad.
Oh wow! All right, complicated.
Dark.
Yeah,
To a
hashtag
different
complicated.
place, yeah.
No, but
So
I agree.
I agree.
So
yeah.
much.
All right. Well, I wish. a vice president. I should be able to fix that.
Work your magic.
All right. Anyway, okay. So that
It was awesome. And then Allison would just like hide in little places in the booth, and so we would have her
we were
like.
just walking around, but we were talking about how I should like hide. And then,
Like
pop
she would be
up.
like standing on top of the figure arch or something crazy.
Oh, wow.
For people to find her, but it was super fun. We
Yeah.
we had no idea how many people would take part.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we posted it, and then maybe like 5-10 minutes later, we realized there were all these people like running around the
With their
booth.
phones out, and they're just like trying to find
Oh, that's
Boba Fett
awesome.
figures and.
So, and
You
one of the
totally just made something up. Like, have you ever heard of a Twitter scavenger hunt before?
I guess so. Yeah, photos. I don't think I invented it, but it
Oh,
was
okay.
fun.
That's
It
why
was
I
fun.
thought you invented that. I was like, okay, well, that's really fun. Okay.
One of the best things though that we put on there was the
Oh my God.
selfie with the Disney Infinity producer.
That was so good.
But we didn't give him the heads up.
No, people randomly showed up and they're like, I need to take a selfie with you. Yeah, they were literally like, I need to take a selfie with you. I'm like, oh, wow, this is sort of cool. And then all of a sudden, like, she's like, oh, yeah, we have this scavenger hunt going. I'm like, oh, they wanted our random photos. So that's why they wanted Marinette and Schneider's photo, too. So it was really, really cool.
That's so funny.
Brett is here.
Guess who's in the house?
Oh,
Brittany.
Yeah, come on.
It's a perfect
Ladies and
timing.
gentlemen, Brittany Valiza.
Yeah, if you're not,
Here you
I
are.
forgot it.
not
Hi
there.
guys.
Forgot it.
I
Hi.
can make faces.
Hey, so
Tired.
I am too. We were. I was disappointed to not see you sitting here on in one of the chairs because
I just got in.
I know. Oh, you did.
Yeah. Was a late
Did you
cleaning up.
Oh, you were
Till
cleaning
11.
up all night.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Brett.
It was good. It was all good.
Yeah, the booth was beautiful.
Yeah.
The Art of Infinity section was incredible.
Art, Disney Infinity and Art Story.
Sorry, Disney Infinity and Art. Oh, the art part was so cool. Yeah, and mediated reality
Yes.
was
Our Only in the Toy Box experience.
seemed to be a hit, and
Yes.
so I just thought it would be appropriate to bring you on and have
Well,
anyone
Scott
that was
just
there.
called me down here, so I had to come
visit.
visit.
So, Brittany, thank you for everything that you did.
Give it up.
Team effort.
Yeah.
We need
And
everybody.
we got a bunch of nominations for awards from
Yes, we did.
various outlets, including Game Informer and IGN. So, best family game of the show and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was incredible. So,
It was nonstop.
we were actually just going through what was your favorite E3 moment.
Yeah.
So,
That's
what is
hard.
your favorite Disney Infinity E3 moment?
I think I see it a little differently because we have 8 months of prep that goes into it.
Okay.
So that first, when the doors first open on Tuesday,
Yeah.
and the rushing herd of people that come running through the booth and are trying to figure everything out. So every time the door opens every morning, that's my favorite. And watching the line wrap in like 1 minute, and it's already a 3-hour line, is always really impressive because
That's
all
really
that hard
cool.
work is finally,
Yeah.
everyone's finally gets to see it.
So it's the sound of feet.
Yeah, I record it every time. I
It's
get
like
videos of it.
like something from The Lion King.
Yeah. You gotta watch out.
Stampede.
Yeah.
Watch out, Simba.
That's really cool. All right, awesome. Was there any? Yeah, a little morbid there. So that's all right. So that's fantastic. And then, so you were there all the way until 11 o'clock last
Yeah,
night.
cleaning
Allison
up.
was talking about, and I was talking about when we go in. When everything's under construction, like how do you have to wear a hard hat?
No.
Like we walk in there and it's like those forklifts.
There's
like,
forklifts and everybody driving around. It's like a little
Yeah.
mini village.
like all those
You just gotta
laborers
watch
and-
out.
Yeah.
Just watch your toes.
Okay, what was your most stressful moment?
Oh, that's a great one.
For the person
That's
that for the person
appropriate
that puts together the
Also
entire E3 booth.
Yeah.
Again, when the doors first open, figuring out that crowd flow is because we have so much staff that's there on site to help us.
Yeah.
So it's managing that from the event side is always really hard. But then, 2 hours in, it's all under control.
So then, when the event's going on, so you spent 8 months prepping for the entire thing, but when the E3 event is actually going on, what are you doing primarily? Just like taking it all in, smiling, like getting to see
I
kind of the
wish
results
it.
of
I
your work?
wish.
So what is?
There's
what
a
is-
lot of that, but then managing the staff that's on site that we've hired to bring in and help us
Yeah.
with everything.
Okay.
So managing staff schedules, making sure our demo staff's good.
That's cool.
All of our figures are still there. Just making sure everything runs as smoothly as possible.
Very cool. So then, did you see anyone fun during E3?
I know
That's
you
sung by the
just
booth?
mentioned the Mrs. Incredible, or that was you, right? Mrs. Incredible that came on.
Someone did, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was
so that was
awesome.
to close. Oh, Matt did. Seeing that close the show last night was fun.
The guy who actually choreographed
Yeah,
the
the lightsaber combat in the films.
In the films, in
Whoa.
episode 7.
Did the mediated
came and
reality.
Did the mediated reality.
That's
And he was doing
He-
dual lightsabers.
I think I saw that
We've
guy.
got that one on
Was that
film.
the guy? Thank you.
Yeah.
Someone in PR or marketing.
Yeah,
was
we
just
got
like,
it.
Yeah.
That's wild. I saw a guy up there, and I was like, "Whoa, that dude totally knows how to use a lightsaber." He was like the way his wrist was going.
Right.
He was. It looked like it was just spinning in a circle like
Yeah.
that,
What
and I was
he
like,
was doing.
"Whoa,
That was cool.
that was really cool, huh? Spectacular." So that's great. All right, so let's go. Let's ask 2 more questions. Jeffrey Searing, can you come over here for a second? Will you come on the show and tell us about your E3 moment?
Are we good?
Sure, for now.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're out.
Bye. Sorry. I feel.
Hi guys,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm tired.
Yes.
I seem to be making this. I seem to be making this awkward. I think it's because my energy level's not at 150 where it normally is. It's right now at like 60.
But your 60 is like somebody else's 150.
Yeah, I did a live stream. It was kind of funny, cross GameSpot, and Greg Miller said he's like, you only have 1 speed and it's 1,000 miles per hour.
And as we've said, you have 1 volume as well. What's that?
Oh, incredibly loud. Everyone was making fun of me, I guess, at the Sony thing because I was super loud.
Hey everyone!
Oh,
Well,
David Marinick just
wow,
left.
what's going on?
Well, I'm grumpy and you need coffee. All right, so what was your big E3 moment?
You know, it's really hard to boil it down into just a moment. I think it was the overall totalistic experience of just walking into that booth that, again, Brett and Mary and team put together so capably, and just seeing the scope of what we've done over the years here kind of represented and the story. So now that we're coming upon our 3rd iteration of Disney Infinity, bigger and brighter than ever, you know, with Star Wars coming into the fold, very exciting. But also just seeing kind of the multifaceted presentation of the booth overall. As you probably know, most of the other booths at E3 were great, but many of them were pretty monolithic, where it was just all kind of about one thing or one kind of facet. Whereas here we had the augmented reality, we had kind of Disney Infinity. and
Mediated reality.
Mediated reality, excuse me, yes.
Whitney's smiling
As well
right
as
here
Disney
right now.
Infinity and Art Story. Also focusing in on just the story of our community overall, which is huge.
Yeah, we
And-
actually had
yeah.
the Toy Box mentors on the back wall. Like we had their photos and their history, and again, it was another thing. People, if any of you guys were there, they'll tell you it's another way that it's important to us to highlight our community.
As well, we also had a few of the Toy Box artists' toy boxes featured as prints
Yeah.
on the wall. And
Yeah.
so it was really cool to kind of have them there at E3 with us, even if they weren't able
That'd
to
be
be
fun.
there.
We should hang those here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to take them on the road.
right,
Oh, we're
right.
taking them on the road. Oh wow, that's really cool too. So that means that like San Diego Comic-Con and all those places.
Wow.
Okay, cool.
You guys
That's
are going to
awesome.
be there at Comic-Con D23 too.
Huh?
They're going to be there too with us.
Yeah,
That's
totally. Of
awesome.
course they are. Oh, the actual artists, you mean?
No, I mean the.
You mean our
I mean
community?
the pieces.
I love how we've managed to confuse ourselves. This is what I mean. Like I need
Sorry.
at least a day of sleep. Okay, so
Yes.
that was really great.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Should we show some gameplay?
Yes, we
Yeah,
should
I
Is it
think-
time to
into
show
it.
gameplay? You think what?
I think so. No, I think that the fans are ready for us.
They're
to
ready.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
Sorry.
as a few fans in particular.
Okay. All right. Sean Patton, could you please come up and show us some
Thanks,
gameplay?
Absolutely.
You can stay here. Stay here.
Let's bring. Well,
Doesn't matter.
but you're not on the camera over there.
That's okay.
Oh, here. I'll sit over there.
Here.
No.
Yeah.
No. Here, you go sit there.
I don't need camera.
Musical chairs.
Hi.
Here, I'll give you guys this mic.
Or here, I can play it so you can talk.
Either way.
All right.
Are we on?
Can you play and talk?
Yeah.
All right, so
All right.
Walk and talk.
Walk and talk,
what
bro.
are we seeing?
So basically, you're looking at some of our new flight combat stuff, and this is being basically on a spline, right? So if you played Star Fox, you've played this before, and it was a great opportunity for us to kind of vary up the gameplay. And the trench run is perfect for this, right? So it gives us a couple things. Lets you focus on shooting just the targets. while still getting that awesome cinematic experience that you expect from any Star Wars film. Can you expect I've done this for like 3 days?
Yeah,
It's like, ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Here are all the major points. But what was really cool was watching people play it, because everyone was like, oh, okay, what do I do? And you kind of get through this section, and this is kind of wide open, and now you have to protect these guys, and now all of a sudden it gets nice and tight and cramped. And then you go, oh, did you know there's left and right bumpers? You can turn sideways, stuff like that to get narrower. And it gets more and more kind of crazy as you go. And then what's awesome, at the end you get a score and ranking, because while pretty much anyone can kind of, on the easiest level, get through it and have a fun experience and feel like really good about themselves, there's also this element of skill that people were starting to really get into. And then at the end you'd see your score and you'd be like, oh, I'm horrible at dodging. Let me do it again. I think I could do better. Right now I get it. Okay, great. So that was always fun.
By the way, shout out to the team at Studio Gobo that worked on not only this playset but this sequence. I know they put a ton of effort into the Battle of Yavin, and they wanted to make amazing. And you guys, just so you know, even though I haven't had a chance to send you an email, I talked to you. If anyone from Gobo is watching, there was great, huge positive fan reaction to this at E3 this year.
Also, it was really fun to see people get the prompts of how they were doing throughout the level. Because they'd be like, sweet, good. I think there's good, great, awesome, and bad. And and then they'd be like, I only saw very few awesomes, but people would be feeling good, great, good, and then they'd be like, bad. And then they'd be like, oh, I feel horrible.
Do a barrel roll.
That's what the chat's saying too.
Oh, is it nice? Well, that's what we were all thinking.
Stay on target.
So you can do, yeah.
Stay on target.
Oh, you missed it!
And I died on the way out. I got cocky.
That's awesome. So
great.
That's very, very cool.
So now I'm going to go do the run myself.
Now you're going to do
Yeah.
it? What do you mean? All right, so we're going to cheer you on?
So that was my team. I was trying to protect them. They didn't get the job done. So now I got to do it myself. Oh, no.
See, this is so typical.
This is...
Of course, we would have to be on a live stream when...
the game crashed.
the
game would disappear the vehicle.
Pause it, and do something. Oh my goodness.
It's still fun. It's just...
We always make a joke about, like, the higher the level of executive or the more tense the situation, the more we will have the propensity that something wrong is going to happen. So of course on the live stream that had to happen.
No, I'm gonna keep playing.
You can keep playing? Well, you reset the sequence, can't you?
You can reset it, but you gotta play through the whole thing. You want to see the Death Star blow up. That's what you really want to see.
Can you actually? Okay. So why don't we cut the camera over to us then? I'm conscious about this because if I'm a person at Studio Gobo, I totally don't want you live streaming and showing.
That's fine. We can restart it.
But yeah, it's just this is really cool. It was huge positive feedback about this. Now, one thing that's critical to talk to you guys about how this works is that this is you hear us refer to it. We talk about it being a spline-based sequence. That means that you're on kind of a fixed camera there, a fixed rail. And you can move your character, you can move your spaceship around, and you can dodge things and attack different things. But you're primarily kind of going down this one
You can switch
sectional
back.
path. Now, we can switch back. Switch back. Okay.
It's a nice cinematic explosion. Yay! We did it. We won.
Always be with you. Always.
But then, okay, so that's right. Yeah! Whoa! Hey, great job, man. Okay, so, but we also have that complete open world space flight that we have. So you'll pick up a mission on Tatooine, and then actually fly into space. Then have kind of open world space flight happening as you travel from one planet to another. You can actually dock on little spherical challenge moons the guys have created, and then we haven't shown a lot of that, and I really want to soon because this is like the overall connective tissue of the Star Wars playsets. This experience, this going off of the ground into the air, then having Star Destroyers and TIE Fighters kind of in pursuit of you, deciding to stop and dock at a challenge moon, doing some different challenges, and then all the spherical gravity stuff there is so cool because your character's like running around. It's kind of like Mario Galaxy, if you guys have ever heard of that. And so you actually like kind of run around the moon, have different challenges, different platforming things that you can do. So I think that is that's something that's really cool and people are gonna have a lot of fun with.
Yeah, that was something that actually happened at the show. Was like the last 15 minutes or 20 minutes of the show The last day was kind of slow, like you said. But what was funny was, so my team had been demoing all 3 days, but the last day they finally got a chance to complete all the missions on Endor. And so we always normally have to reset or jump around because a new crew's coming or something.
Yeah.
And so they got to finish it, and it went into a section that we weren't supposed to show, but they were so excited because it was free flight. And flying around Star Destroyers and taking out Star Destroyers. It was really, really fun.
Oh, sweet. We should, I said, we should show that now, but actually I want to play it first, and then we can, let's do that next week. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
So
they were super excited. They're like, oh, it was like a secret level for them.
Oh, that's awesome. So one of the things too, in case you guys are wondering out there, Sully actually just showed me something in Twitch chat that's like, can you do space battles in Toy Box? And the answer is yes. So Bob and Chad and the Toy Box team, they talk about some of the new tools that they have. They have the spline tool where you can actually kind of create this, it's like almost like you're putting down a rail and then you can tag things to it. So you could tag, it's so hard for me to explain right now because I'm exhausted, but you build the spline and then you tag the camera to it and then you can hit a button. The camera will actually play through that spline. So what a Toy Box artist can do is actually create, for example, they could recreate the trench run sequence, and they would basically create the Toy Box, build kind of that trench, and then put a spline through that trench and then attach the camera to that, and then you could actually play that sequence. So
if you don't know what a spline is, it's basically just a line.
Yeah.
And they've done and from an art standpoint, like you get these really complicated spline tools, but they've done a great job of making that tool really easy. You basically put down points and it figures out like, oh, I'm just going to connect those for you in a really smooth way. Yeah. So you're basically making just paths throughout all your levels and then connecting stuff to it and watching it move.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah, it's really cool. So you've got Boba Fett right now. And so we announced Boba Fett as part of the PlayStation Star Wars Saga starter pack. Show us some of the moves that he can do there, Sean.
Well,
where are you right now?
Right now I'm in beautiful Endor.
And it's beautiful because of how great the team at Gobo is at making art, but especially shout out to Mike Thompson, who is the game director on that playset and also a incredibly talented artist who I know has done a whole bunch of work with the team at Gobo to do lots of rendering passes to make this so pretty. So, Lando's giving us a little bit of a mission here.
Yeah, he's going to tell me to go liberate a speeder bike.
Okay.
And so I thought that'd be a good opportunity to kind of show off some of his moves. Now I'm only level 1 Boba. When we were at the show, we always had level 20 Boba, so a little bit limited, but...
So one thing, so you guys know that are watching right now, Boba Fett is, in the playsets, he has, his jetpack functions more like, but it also has like a hover mode, I thought. It was like the old, the jump pack from Infinity War, like Buzz's jump pack. But then in the toy box, he has free flight, like Iron Man does, so, or Thor, or oops, anyway, so he's a really cool character.
And why is that? Like, I guess that's if I was in chat, I would want to know like why in the toy box is he able to fly around?
He's able to fly around inside of the toy box because, well, basically what had happened was we knew that we wanted to make Boba Fett a character, but in order to make Boba Fett a character and make him and keep the level design consistent, we had to modify his moves inside of the playset. But we knew that, especially in the toy box, people were going to want him to be able to, function the way that they know him as a character. So that's why we did that. And it's actually that same kind of thing is true for some of the Inside Out characters as well, which I think is a lot of fun. So although it's not a combat experience and there aren't big attacks and things that are happening inside of the Inside Out playset, there are extra moves for those characters in the toy box, so that they have even more functionality than they do in some of the sequences in the playset. So, all right. So what are you doing now?
Now I'm dropping off the speeder bike.
Nice.
So I thought it'd be fun to kind of drive around a little bit, just show off the speeder bike.
Drive around with that speeder bike.
But don't drive into that wall.
Cool.
Speeder bikes in the toy box.
Speeder bikes are like definitely challenging. They go very fast, and that's what you'd expect. At the same time, they're a little unwieldy.
Whoa!
Right into the tree.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
So I know that I had talked a whole bunch at the show about the procedural animation system that they had put into the game, And here on Endor, that also applies to the ATSTs. And something that is totally cool is we've got those log traps, like the Ewoks had set up in the films. And so to actually see those log traps collide with an ATST, and then the way the ATST kind of crumbles down the ground is really cool. I so totally geek out on that procedural animation system. I think it's incredible. I set up 2 AT-ATs just to walk into each other during the battle for Hoth, and I was just sitting there watching them like kind of constantly bumping into each other, and the computer trying to calculate what they're supposed to do. And eventually they got into this moment where it actually looked like they were cuddling because they had like their sides rubbing against each other. It's the funniest thing.
If you played the, we've seen the AT-AT before, and it does its stomp attack.
Yeah.
And the AT-ST does that too. And so there's a mission on here that you can actually get in an AT-ST.
You just rammed Lando with your speeder bike.
You know what? He's not exactly a neutral character.
Well, hey, guess what? No, but it's the toy version of Lando.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's no one is
That's the
actually
second time
no
around.
toys were hurt in the creation of this game.
But AT-STs have that same stomp attack. And so I was watching a girl walk around and stomp on all the stormtroopers.
That's great.
And she just couldn't stop. She's like, I gotta keep doing it. She was letting the lieutenant stay alive so that he would spawn more stormtroopers, just so she could keep stomping stormtroopers.
So tell us a little bit more about what we're doing right here.
So I'm just driving around showing off some of the different areas. Now you're in the actual base of the Empire that they've established here. And you can, just like you learned on Hoth, they're kind of like loading up their AT-ATs. You can like go up and climb around them. And there's missions here.
Can you?
Like that.
I love the Wilhelm scream. Can you? You can't eject.
No, these are loading up, so they're not actually full of people.
Cool.
So,
She asked the Twitch stream if there's anything else that they'd like to
guys,
see.
if you have questions here for Sean, please
this is one of the,
put them in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Anything about the Rise Against the Empire place that you guys want to know. This is your opportunity.
This is one of the traps JV was talking about. So if I can hit it here.
Can you shoot from the bike?
Yes, you can. You can use the triangle, and it does a forward shot. In fact, I was just doing that. So then if you walk over it, it won't fire from here, I don't think. Yeah. Oh, it does. Normally
awesome.
I'm going so fast I miss it, but that's kind of the point, right? You want to like go fast through it and then hit the thing behind you.
Oh, people want to see Vader. Where is Vader? Do we not have the Vader figure here?
He would be in the case.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we'll show you guys Vader.
Vader's another really cool one to see in this environment.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan.
What is Han's super move?
We meet again at last. Let's show him.
He has
You got him?
multiple rounds, right, JV?
Yeah.
Yeah, like basically his range attack gets super fast and very powerful.
You
Say
guys
it,
want
Boba
to
Fett.
we asked it. Sorry, I know.
okay,
Someone
sorry.
send him home. Do we want to show Vader as a figure, or do you want to see him again? Probably both, right?
We need our hand model.
Yeah. Here, I'll hand model.
Oh, okay. You got some competition, Tyler.
That's good.
Yeah, not nearly as good. Where am I here? This camera? Ready this camera. But here, can you zoom in? By the way, one-man show today. You are the man.
Slowly. There we
Wait,
go.
here, I'll move my hand to it. I'm trying to look. Well, I know someone's gonna screen grab this, so I'm trying to make it look like I'm posing with her.
TV's already got like 100 screen games.
So yeah, here we go. Here is the actual Vader figure. Perfect. Now let's show some gameplay. Oh, I'm taking them off. Darth Vader on a speeder bike.
Yeah, let me show you how he looks. I'm gonna totally fail this time-based mission, but show you how he kind of. Now he has to be like super foreboding. He has to be Vader, like he runs nowhere, right? He
Of
runs
course
for no
not.
man. This is force pull. He has his lightsaber, of course. So they get back on my speeder bike. Where'd my speeder bike go?
Compelling demo.
I'm just gonna keep doing
Compelling demo.
Well, do anyone have one? There he is.
We can cut to something else.
No, we got a speeder bike.
Well, it's funny. Remember, Vader has like the highest force jump.
He does have the highest force jump in the game. That's right, Sully.
And,
Thank you, Sully.
You're welcome.
Why don't you come over here since Sean is kind of freestyling this demo and maybe fill in a little bit.
Some of the custom combos there, Mr. Patton.
Well, I would if there was more than a level 0 Darth Vader.
Oh, okay. So that's our bad because we didn't have the cheat
come on up
test with
here.
us. Oh, I have to come up
There's
here.
a lamp there that I just ran into.
Okay, nicely done, Tyler. As you can tell,
Did you come over to hand model?
No,
he totally
That would
did.
have been
Stone's
wonderful.
moment.
made me get up there.
Oh,
He didn't wanna
Jeff
be there.
did? Oh, I see. You are terrible, Siri.
Jeff pawning off,
All right.
sitting on the couch.
That's another thing.
Here's-
With all the. Go ahead.
Here's a question. Will Vader say, I am your father? This is from Switch Chat.
Mr. John Vignacchi.
Why would we spoil something like that? You'll have to play the game and find out.
Exactly.
Isn't that the right answer? I love. I said that like I was angry. I meant more like I don't want to spoil it.
Angry JV. He's like the
it
angry
didn't come-
interviewer.
It didn't come out. It came out the wrong way.
So, quick question, because I know you know this because you talked with Lucas and all our various partners. So with Vader, he actually isn't running around inside this playset. He has more of an imposing, slow walk.
Yep.
And why did we decide to go with that?
Lucasfilm had said it doesn't make a lot of sense for Vader to be running.
I completely agree with that, by
But
the way.
it's an active discussion
Yeah.
right now because
He looks more powerful and imposing like that.
which is fine, but also at the same time we don't want people that are fans of him to
Oh,
feel that
yeah.
he is not as powerful as the other characters because he can't do that. So it's an active discussion that we're having back and
Oh,
forth
okay.
right
Yeah,
now.
no, I thought it was like a conscious, like, hey, I am Darth Vader. I am going to move in imposing fear, and I'm going to
You know,
crush.
it absolutely is. But then there's this thing that we go through all the time where it's like, well, you know, how many liberties can you actually take?
True. Yeah.
In order to make great gameplay.
Yeah. And
So yeah.
I do know, like, when you were talking about that when we had an interview yesterday about when we showed Lucas all the Ninja Theory combat upgrades we did, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!"
Yeah, actually, shout out to the entire Lucasfilm team that's been working with us. You guys are awesome. They had actually said, Ada said that she thinks that this is the best lightsaber combat that they've ever seen in a Star Wars game.
I would, as a gamer, I would completely agree.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
no,
awesome.
I mean, you know me. I play everything known to man. So
Yeah.
like, I'm really impressed. And you know, like I have the joke where it's always like I have the nephew test. Because I have my two nephews in Phoenix who are lucky enough to play this game every once in a while. And it's great because one of them is 6, one of them is 9.
Yeah.
And basically, when they play the game, the younger one can go through and he can just do triangle because he just wants to fight. But the older one is like finding out like, oh, I can do all these combos. And actually he started teaching his younger brother to do them. So like when we were playing it, they were having a hilarious time. Like, of course, the younger one's beating up the older one all the time.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that we wanted to make it fun for, like you can walk up and mash it and have fun. But
yeah,
at
it
the
has
same
that level of
time,
depth that's just
to have like a
awesome.
level of depth, especially for like the gamer moms and gamer dads.
Agreed.
That play Infinity with their kids, having something that allows them to get like just a little bit deeper while they're playing multiplayer.
One of the things I really.
Oh, sorry.
One of the things I really appreciate about that too is that it has the depth, but it also has the combat trainer, which helps you learn all those.
Yeah.
So it's a good bridge from like, hey, I'm used to Infinity, I'm used to mashing. Maybe I'm not quite there yet, or maybe I haven't played a lot of games like that.
Right.
And so now I can learn them. I think that's a great opportunity. I was showing that to some people over E3, and it was really appreciated.
So all right,
really
now
cool.
we are we're on Hoth, and this is our little sequence that we have here on Hoth. So this is part of the demo that we were showing at E3. In this particular one, we're gonna go through how we take out AT-ATs.
Yeah, and by the way, like I was so envious you were showing this because literally on Shadow of the Empire, the old N64 game, like I played the Hoth level, I think probably a couple thousand
I
times.
used to do that too.
Oh,
actually,
God,
just
it was
over and
so
over and over again.
good.
Yeah.
It was the same thing with Yavin. We'd show Yavin, and people were like, oh, this totally reminds me of the arcade game. I'm like, yeah, it totally does. Or, oh, it totally reminds me of Rogue Squadron. I'm like, oh, okay, so you started when you got an N64. Got it. Right? like you know, like you could totally see where like different gamers came into the Star Wars universe.
That's awesome. So talk to us a little about this sequence, Matt. Easy for you to say, JV. Talk to us a little bit about this sequence, Matt Soley and Sean Patton.
All right, so basically what Patton's doing right now is, this is sort of the Shadow Colossus-esque sort of piece that the Avalanche guys and Studio Gobo put together, where you have to attack a AT-AT on foot, which is pretty crazy. Am I right, Sean?
Well, yeah, absolutely, right? I mean, a Jedi did it last time with a lightsaber we had like a grappling hook. So
yeah, and we got none of that. So a fun sort of point here. So remember back on Infinity One, like a big thing we did was we had a very cool like toy aesthetic to everything inside of Toy Box and inside play sets where there's buttons and cool little switches. Well, on 2.0 we didn't do it as much. So the guys at Avalanche were like very, very specific. They actually wanted to put that toy aesthetic back in. So that's why when you see Patton breaking off the various armor joints on the AT-AT, you're seeing like all the cool gears and all the cool moving functions, sort of like in the 1980s, like Hasbro toy, that sort of esque thing. Like, I don't know how many of you guys had that. I'm like 80s kid, so I loved it.
It was the Kenner toys.
Yeah, it was the old Kenner toys. And what's sort of fun about this is like how you actually have to destroy and disable the AT-AT is you have to actually remove giant batteries from it, which is like a ton of fun.
I guess no toy in the 80s was any good without its batteries.
No, and they all took like D batteries. That's all I remember all the time. But yeah, so he's going to go ahead and take out the second of the 4 batteries you have to take out. Now, what's sort of fun, a cool note, like if Patton had a snow speeder at this point, he could actually go and Patton.
Is it on hard mode?
It's a level 0 character.
Real Disney
that's why.
fans play on hard mode.
Level 0 characters.
Go put Kanan on. Let's show off some Kanan. Oh, actually, how about Sabine? We haven't really shown Sabine about it.
Yeah,
she's wicked.
By the way, Sabine is awesome. She's my favorite non-Jedi in the game.
So good.
But watch out, she's level 0, so we gotta be careful with her.
Same Sabine we had last week. She was 20.
Yeah. So, so like I was mentioning, if he had a snow speeder, he could actually fly up and land on top of it, and there's a button by the head. And this is actually one of JV's favorite things he was mentioning about the AT-AT.
Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, because when you eject the pilot, the guy flies out, he does the Wilhelm scream, as JV so eloquently put by yawning.
Oh,
it's like, Aah! But, and then, of course, you can take control of the AT-AT and fight the other AT-ATs.
Yeah.
As I did so perfectly in that demo yesterday with, I can't remember that press guy, but you were quite unimpressed when I started ramming another AT-AT. You're like, thanks, Matt.
You were in that demo.
I was doing that demo.
That was the one, remember, I was like...
you geeked out about all the procedural.
It was with Matt Cabral.
Yes,
I think
it was with Matt.
Yeah,
and
he was awesome.
Yeah, and you were like, thanks, Matt, for showing an AT-AT, like...
Oh, because you...
up another one.
Yeah, no, I remember what you had done. It's not appropriate to say on this Twitch cast, but you had accidentally aligned them in a funny way that made me laugh, and I was like, wow, great demo for an important journalist, Solely.
And the best part about this is like JV and I have been demoing together, it's like 4 or 5 years now?
Oh, easily.
Well, yeah, back on the Tron Evo days.
2009.
Yeah, so stuff does happen in live demos, but it's always funny.
No, that was the moment. Then there was another one when it was in that same demo though. I got him to cuddle.
Yeah, they were like literally grinding up on the side and like they were hugging.
Yeah,
and I was laughing hysterically.
It was so cute.
And Matt was looking. The interviewer was looking at me. He's like, "Why are you laughing?" So I'm like, "I actually haven't seen this before."
Going down.
So now that you've blown up the AT-AT, what are you going to do next, Mr. Patton?
I'm going to Disneyland. It totally felt like that.
He's going to Disneyland, folks.
I love it. You were thinking that same thing.
I am going to go to Disneyland.
You know
now
what? He probably is.
Blown up your first AT-AT. What are you going to do, Sean Patton?
I was going to call in sick and go to Disneyland today, and I didn't, so I should have now that I think about it.
I would actually just prefer if you didn't call in sick and just say, hey, I'd really like to go to the park today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, that would be...
Can I go to the park today?
You guys all... First of all, your mean boss told you all that you could have half days today. I probably should have said you could all take the day off.
But you didn't tell everybody. You didn't tell everybody else that we have work to do for.
Yeah,
so they kept like sending us emails and crap. Like it's totally.
That's true. So,
yeah, like the Infinity Train don't stop. Like,
but you go to the park whenever you want to, Sean.
Oh, thanks, man.
I think it's great.
Is that include me too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, Matt.
You can pretend you're the dad to my kids.
Sweet.
That way
I can give it back, right?
That way I can go on the big rides.
Okay. Message loud and clear. I did just give you permission to go to the park whenever you want to. I love how we've made this incredible. And I'm going to start sweating. Can we please talk about the game?
Okay, let's talk about what you're doing right now. I noticed you're tow cabling up some AT-ATs here.
Yes, I'm actually pressing the square button, launching my tow cable, and then it's a little bit like Tony Hawk. So I kind of balanced the rail here.
Of course. You know,
Tony Hawk reference here live on Disney.
When I was looking at this, I was like,
Tony Hawk. Yeah.
Totally reminds me of Tony
You know what
Hawk.
the thing is? If you're playing it, when you're playing it and you're like struggling with taking it down, everybody I gave that note to would be like, oh yeah, I get it now. And they would take down the AT.
You're talking about...
Really?
Yeah. It's
I
like
think,
rail
I
driving.
think I know what you're talking about. Hey, wait a minute. Do we have audio pumping through this right now? Okay, so we could do that. Then land the snow speeder on top of the AT-AT.
All right.
We're gonna get some
Doing my
Wilhelm
best.
scream. All right, no pressure. Come on. All right. Here we go.
What's it?
We literally could hear it playing through in the background.
You know what's crazy too? Did you see the snow speeder flip off of it?
Oh yeah.
Because the thing opened. Okay, so no, but go and grab the. When the time is right. Is this the only one that's left?
I think this is the last one. Yeah.
Oh, it would be nice if there was another one. Then we could try to make them cuddle.
Yes, another great demo by everyone at Disney Infinity.
Yeah, we did a little bit of this. Was it last week? That we showed this?
Yeah.
Or a couple of weeks ago? Yeah. So this is the remote control then that comes off. So we did a bunch of research on what people wanted to do with these AT-ATs, and everyone's like, "Oh, it'd be so much fun to be able to drive an AT-AT. Can't you see how fast they are? Doesn't that look like?"
I'm so impressed by their speed right now.
So,
this is amazing.
So the guys at Gobo said and looked at research, which was, it's actually fun to see them from a distance and control them, and that's where this entire concept had come with the remote control. And so it's a lot of fun when you're in multiplayer, because if you've got the two and you do the AT-AT battle, you can pull the remotes off of the backs of the AT-ATs, go off into the distance, and then stand next to each other and jump on the pads to control and kind of do a BattleBots-like sequence.
Yeah. It's actually fun because it's in the playset when you play co-op. It's actually one of the side missions, which is tons and tons of fun. It's officially nephew approved. So yeah, they absolutely love playing that. So after the, what else can we show from Rise Against?
Well, we have some other gameplay we want to show too.
Oh, that's true.
There's a certain
I'm sorry.
movie that's out today.
That small little movie.
Hey, what happened to Marinick? Like, JV, can you test Marinick and tell him to get up here?
I will.
He's the most popular interviewer in Canada.
What
does that mean?
Right it's an inside joke. So like we were
Well,
all
explain it then. We don't hide things from.
No. So what happened was.
Right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to be as entertaining as possible for our 200 plus people watching. So what happened was we were all done at E3, and like we've been talking and doing all this stuff, so we're all a little tired. And we were in the back area, like talking, and Marinick's like, "I got an award for being the best interviewer in Canada." I'm like, wait, what? Like that's a thing? Congratulations! And everyone starts laughing. It's like, no, dummy! Like I'm just making fun of you. Thanks, Pat.
We were making fun of the reason it started was our PR team was saying that Dave is really good interviews, and he was like, I'm the best interviewer in Canada, and so I started calling him that, and then he started, as we tend to do, noodle a little bit, and then you finally get to the point where it's like, quit it, and it's like, all right.
Well, what's so funny about that too is like it's back in the day we had that joke, the face of Tron when we were doing Tron Evo. So evidently, Marinick's the face of Canada for Disney Infinity.
I just texted him, so hopefully he's on his way up. So this is the beginning of the Inside Out play set. So you guys know, to give you a little bit of the backstory, working with Pixar, the guys at Avalanche created a spiritual successor to Inside Out with this playset, and it's basically Riley falls asleep watching a scary film, and then she the broccoli is released into her subconscious, and the various characters from Inside Out have to go on a journey to
rid her of all these like scary thoughts, because they don't want Riley to wake up and be like all of a sudden scared of broccoli. And then also in the background, the television that she was watching switches, and it's the Swamp Monster movie. So there's actually like swamp monsters walking around inside this place set. It's like super crazy. But yeah, like this is sort of shows the breadth and depth of the play sets that we have inside of Disney Infinity. You know, this time we really, really want to make sure that all these different play sets like had sort of unique gameplay. So, you know, like Rise, like very vehicle centric, like very, very fun to play. And then Inside Twilight, you know, it's all about lightsaber combat and the Force. And then we come to Inside Out, and we wanted to go for more a casual family, you know, puzzle platformer. And it's really, really cool because, like, you know, you have all the different powers with all the various, you know, characters from Inside Out.
Just watching this opening sequence makes me want to go see the movie again. I've never already seen it.
Yeah, I know. Did you get verklempt?
I know because I'm soulless, but there's definitely moments I tagged where if I had emotions, this would get me.
Did you cry during the movie?
I was touched. I think I was so hyped up because it was the event. I didn't end up crying.
Oh, I love you two on the side there. Scott admit that he cried. You cried. You didn't cry? Oh. You guys are crazy. Do you guys normally cry in movies?
No.
Sometimes. I just think I was so hyped
The
up.
only Pixar movie I've cried in is Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3 was the only one?
Toy Story 2, the first 8 minutes of Up are like the greatest moment in cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, trust me, I took April, my wife, to go see that, and we were both sitting there going, oh my God, this is so.
In fact, when I took my wife to see Guardians of the Galaxy, my wife...
You didn't cry in Guardians.
No. But the first 8 minutes. It's all about the first 8 minutes, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Totally.
the opening of that was really good.
So, Mr. Pat, what are you doing right now inside Out?
I have actually no idea. This is the first time I'm playing it, so it's really fun.
Oh, it's cool to get your reaction. You know what's funny?
I know. And as JV drops his head going, no, look, Meredith's not here. I'm just out of control in my head.
Where is that curmudgeon?
Yeah, just go ahead and straight up call him out. Like, hey, you were up here for like 2 seconds with your coffee, and then you bounced.
Even watching Inside Out on Tuesday night, though, it was amazing to see, like, it's kind of a platforming movie. I could just see how easily it translated into the game.
Yeah, and that was like you know, Troy Levitt, he's the playset captain on this. And I remember when they initially were saying what kind of gameplay was going to come with this. Like, I was really excited for Troy to do it.
Can you come up
because,
here to play Inside Out?
Basically, like, Troy had done both the Lone Ranger playset and then the Avengers playset. And, like, you remember back on one point, Allison, that... And by the way, I love like the subtle like JV quiet, like get your butt up here. Come on, Marinick. I'm totally calling him out on Twitch right now. It's like, yeah, Marinick, you're blowing it. But yeah, like Troy Levitt, he had done Lone Ranger playset, which is some of you guys may or may not know is like one of my favorites on 1.0.
Yeah, and there's several people who have said that too.
Yeah, well, it's awesome. It's just a giant open world. You have all the horseback riding and like the trick shooting mechanics. Yeah, it was a really solidly done playset.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean,
The train was great.
Oh, the train was so cool.
That's my favorite. No, train of thought. It was train of thought.
Train of thought.
Don't spoil the film.
He's not spoiling the film.
Somebody just said a sequel. Riley survives. Spoiler alert.
Whoever that is, plus 5 points to that comment. That's funny.
So do you want to talk about some of the unique powers the Inside Out characters have shown?
Nope.
Okay, then I'll talk about some of the unique powers that the Inside Out characters have. So, okay. You guys probably watching.
Thank you for carrying this, Stoli.
Hey, you know what? Somebody's got to carry it. Poor JV cannot be on 24/7, 7 days a week.
Thank you.
Hey, no worries. You know, you're my boy. Okay, so.
Can someone tell me where to go? Because I got lost.
Okay, so where are you at right now? You are going the wrong way. Remember, you have to go back that way.
I don't remember because I never played this.
See, the funny thing is that this
What's your
is
reaction so
a
far? What do you think?
linear
It's
awesome.
experience, and you should not be getting lost.
I so
Deep.
miss like this type of gameplay, and it's so refreshing. And I love, like I said, I love the movie, so I'm like actively engaged in it, and I kind of want you guys to go away.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. That's Sean Patton, everyone. So everyone go away, and he'll play his game.
Myself, you know. I already got told like go to Disneyland. I figured now I can go play games at home all day. Like it's gonna be good.
You sounded like Beast there.
Yeah.
Go away.
Good job, Sean. You're selling it. Thank you. So, okay.
All right, let's talk about Joy, and then let's get somebody else on here.
Okay, yeah. So Joy, you may have already noticed, like her special ability, she can actually glide for a little bit. She does a little cute little twinkle toes, and she can float. So go ahead and throw on any other character, and I can talk about them.
Okay, well, this is one of my favorites.
Sadness.
It's really cool how each of their abilities kind of goes with their personality.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So the joke with the Avalanche guys with Sadness was she's such a heavy character in the film that when she's doing her
thanks for
mechanic-
showing up, David.
Oh
David
my
Meredith,
God.
For our
And
fans.
by the way, can you officially announce David Marinick?
Yeah, we
this
should
thing?
do that. David Marinick got promoted.
Come over here, Jave.
Congratulations on your promotion, David.
Thanks,
Merrick.
JV.
You are now no longer in charge of GX. You are now officially a producer working on Disney Infinity.
Associate producer.
So I love you very much. You have,
guys.
I'll tell you this. So you've been on this journey with us since the very beginning, and have been answering and working with your staff to make sure you guys provide incredible support to all the Disney Infinity fans. And
Now they'll no longer be supported.
no, it's not. I was trying to say something heartfelt. But now it's nice to be able to you earned. It's nice to be able to give you this opportunity, but know that you earned it.
Thanks.
So
I'm excited.
Congratulations on your promotion, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right,
Cool.
so
we're checking
now,
out Inside Out.
great to know that your first week on the job, you completely failed to show up to the live stream late.
I'm catching up from all the events and stuff.
So, all right,
You guys
tell
were
us
talking
about
about
this.
E3 and
Yeah.
So not only did we do E3, but a week before E3, I was at Star Wars Weekend at Hollywood
That's right,
Studios
you
showing
were.
the game for the first time to the public.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. It was crazy. They had like a parade of 1,000 people dressed up in Star Wars gear.
Wow, that's
and
cool.
it was nonstop. We were there for 2 weekends.
Who was the best that you saw? What was the best? Oh, I have a thing. What was the
Cool.
best? What was the best costume that you saw?
The Emperor was pretty rad. He actually looked like the Emperor, and he was going around like this.
So I was listening to the Inside Infinity podcast, and Pirate Steven had mentioned that this was the first. Yes. So did you see him there?
I didn't. I wasn't working the shift that he came
Really?
to. Well, we had it split up in 3 different shifts because it was a long day.
It was-
But, I missed him.
For all of our fans out there, I remember you'd sent we have a text message thread with all of us on it, and David sent a photo of or maybe you put it on your Instagram. It was like a picture of the park, and I'm like, oh, working hard, buddy. Like, this beautiful sunset.
I had some downtime. Yeah, a beautiful sunset at the Polynesian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, tough.
All right.
Tough
Anyway,
gig.
so we were talking about this this playset. So tell us some cool stuff about this playset, David.
Yeah,
Right?
so this takes place after the film, which has a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Isn't that
which
crazy?
is awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
It was at 100% for a long time.
Yeah,
by the
who
way.
were those 3 critics?
I think they just wanted hits. Like those reviewers just wanted people to be like.
Whatever.
come read
It's
your
awesome.
article.
Yeah, it is awesome.
So this is after that. This takes place in Riley's head. She's watching a scary movie before bed and kind of gets rattled by it. So her memories scatter all over dreamland, and now the emotions are going through, collecting up all the thought bubbles and getting them back in the right place. So this one's cool. It's a little different than our other play sets. It's more your traditional platformer puzzle game, and some of the levels are side-scrolling. Some of the others are 3D isometric camera, like you're looking at here.
I think Sean needs help right now.
So hit that. Now go to the right on the Rainbow Bridge. Cool. Just like yell at him. On the right, the Rainbow
It's
Bridge.
actually more funny is how gruff your voice sounds.
yeah.
Dude, go right and then cross the rainbow.
Well, I sounded like this on Thursday at E3 after all the interviews and stuff. But what's cool is that they all have their different abilities. Sadness can walk on clouds, anger can walk on lava, fear runs really fast, joy glides, and disgust bounces really high off the clouds. And depending where you are in the level, you need to utilize those abilities to get to certain parts of the game. But you don't need to get all the figures. There's a cool feature where you can costume swap really quick, and you can stay that character for 30 seconds, so you can still reach all those secret, hard-to-reach places.
Yeah, I know
basically.
Troy and his team wanted to make it so that they could design puzzle platforming scenes.
Yeah.
And
it gets there's over 25 levels, and as you progress, they get pretty tricky in the later levels, and it gets a lot of fun. And Lost Vikings. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
the
whole,
co-op
NES
the co-op's really fun too, because you could like carry sadness across the lava, or
these
she could
sandals?
or she could carry anger across the clouds or whatever. But when you're playing 2-player, you can really challenge yourself to whiz through the board super fast. Every level at the end has a leaderboard that pops up. It'll show you your time, so you can try to beat your best time if you want to play that way. Other people like to try to collect everything, so it'll give you your balloon collection at the end, and also all of the secret stuff like idea light bulbs or memory manual pages, which I don't think I've gotten all of them on every board because some of them are hidden pretty well.
Could you talk a little bit about how timing works and the importance of that?
Yeah, there's a timer, and You try to beat your own time.
I just missed it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a timer, and I guess that's the replay ability there. You can try to beat your fastest time, and there's leaderboards at the end of every level.
I think that's the important part.
Yeah, so use fear when you're doing that, because fear is the fastest.
Should we put fear down?
Yeah, let's show us the next character. Can you talk a little bit about the characters' moves and how, and you might not be able to answer this question yet, but how the Inside Out characters' move sets differ from the playset to the toy box? Like the different moves that they have when they're in toy box versus in playset?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they're that different in toy box.
They are.
They all throw their balls, and it's their long range attack, and then Anger has a punches for his short range, which is fun. They all have their little. I actually like Sadness's block. We could have seen that. She like rolls on the ground and is like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like the movie.
You have to see the movie.
But I don't know. Are they different in toy box?
There are some modified moves for these characters inside of toy box.
That's cool.
To make sure that they have just as great functionality as the other characters
I
do.
did not know that.
So do the speed run. Show him, how does he do the speed run?
You're just doing it every time. It's just up to you whether you want to try to.
No, there it is. He picks up. He picks up speed over time.
No. He's just naturally faster than the other characters.
Okay.
All right, let's see another one.
Yeah.
Anger.
There's a thought bubble right there. So you need to pick that up.
So what's Anger's special movement ability?
Well, his regular move is he does this punch, but his special moves, I think his head blows up with fire, and he has like I don't know, do it. It's not full. Oh, well, you got to level him up in order to do the special move, but when you do, his head blows up with fire, and it's like a big shockwave goes out, takes everybody out.
What are you running?
But
on?
what's cool about this too is you can see how vivid these levels are because it all takes place in Riley's head. So you'll run into all these weird things on each level. Like one of the enemies is broccoli because Riley hates broccoli like all kids do. So you got to take out broccoli and whatnot.
Wait, all kids hate broccoli?
Don't they?
My son loves broccoli. My wife hates it.
All right. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Kids usually don't like vegetables. Like, whatever.
It's so funny.
But at Disney, we have a healthy food initiative, so kids love broccoli, David.
Sure. As I have wing sauce all over my face and pizza grease on my hands.
It's just Canadian kids that don't like broccoli.
During E3, one of the sides we ordered at one of our dinners was Brussels sprouts and broccoli, and like. I'm not gonna name names, but there's some people that were disappointed that was our.
Oh, let me
I
guess.
will. It was Ryan Rothenberger, and he ordered macaroni and cheese like an 8-year-old.
Right.
Very nice steak place. They like mac and cheese.
All right.
They make potatoes.
We got one more.
Can you talk about the waves of emotions? Their super moves.
Disgust.
I really only remember Angers. It's weird because you don't really do the super moves while you're going through these levels. You know, it's more about
your first review.
It's more about it's more about platforming, you know, and figuring out the puzzle and going through the board. So you don't want to really waste time doing it.
I think to your point, though, the fact that this is all set inside of Riley's mind and in her imagination, it has allowed the team to put some really fun things and make the overall presentation of this unique and fun and entertaining. It's actually entertaining to play through, not only because of the challenges and the actual gameplay and tuning is cool, but all the different things that are happening keep it exciting over time.
Yeah, and there's some cool mechanics for each level. Like there's an anti-gravitational beam, which will flip you upside down, which takes a while to get used to. It's kind of cool. You could have someone running on top collecting things while you're running on bottom.
Yeah.
And there's also a lever system where it'll change platforms depending on how you change the lever. And what's neat is you're doing co-op. Somebody can be changing the levers as you're going through the platforms to get through the board faster. There's also a musicality aspect to that. When you change the levers, it'll change beats and jump on keys and platforms, and it'll make music, which is kind of a nice extra thing.
So I remember during design, Troy and his team wanted to they wanted to break up. So basically, chunks of levels have different themes. Mm-hmm. So when David was talking about the gravitational stuff there, Troy's team did a chunk of levels that applied directly to the gravitational stuff. The same thing with the music stuff. So think of it like, for those of you that are watching right now, think of inside out play sets, structurally kind of like pockets of gameplay types as you progress through these linear levels. I think people are really gonna like it.
Yeah, the later levels are awesome because you actually have like the moving gravitational beam.
Yeah.
You can juggle back and forth, or she'll fly off the edge of the board.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
That's totally cool. Well, thanks guys for showing us Inside Out. This is pretty awesome.
Great job, Sean.
Great job, Sean.
I just leveled up.
There's your leaderboard. There's your leaderboard at the end. So you can see there's 2 manual pages. Yeah.
Totally into it.
Look at your time score is 0. You get no time score if you go over 10 minutes. But look, you see there's 2 manual pages that we missed.
Oh man.
So you got to go back and find those. I can never find all of them.
He got no stars.
Wow.
Well, that's okay.
First time.
You can try it again.
With that, I'm leaving.
Cool. All right. Thank you guys.
Cool.
Thanks, guys.
What are we doing next, Miss Allison?
Did we also want to come back on the couch?
No.
Oh, okay.
Who do I hand this to?
You can stay here.
Oh.
Just got here.
Okay.
We actually want to go into the Toy Box Hub for just a little while. There have been a lot of people on Twitter asking to see some of the 3.0 Disney characters, so let's take them in there.
Ooh. Who do we have?
Huh? I'm sorry.
Looking at the Disney characters.
Who do we want to start with?
Oh, no,
Maybe
Olaf.
Start with Mickey. We'll bring Olaf on at another point.
I like Olaf.
But,
Warm hugs!
Baby.
while we're switching over, I wanted to show these pieces. We had them on the table last week, and
I saw someone call that out. Remember last week I kept on saying like, hey, do we have anything else? I think that's in my head. I was alluding to that, but I didn't articulate. Otherwise, we should have shown that.
Well, yeah, we totally ran out of time. So, but you still spot them. And I don't know how, because they're like, they're like translucent.
Yeah.
But
Pull- put 'em up
eagle
to the
eyes. Oh, some hand modeling going on. Good thing I got my nails done.
They look
Oh,
great. by the
lovely
way.
nails.
Do you want to come up here?
Yeah, Tyler, get over here, hand model.
What color do you
So
call
what are
those
these?
nails? What color would you call
Let's-
that,
let's-
Allison? Those nails.
Oh, peach,
oh.
coral.
So,
Salmon?
Olaf's nose.
Olaf's nose. I like that. That's actually what
wait,
would be like
cut
on the bottom of the nail
cut
polish.
over here. Cut to
Oh,
the game so you guys can see this.
Oh.
So I think that they did a really great job.
Beautiful.
So this is the opening to the toy box.
Yeah, this is the Toy Box Hub mode here. Basically, we bring in sidekicks on the side here that give you various missions to encourage you to go and explore different sections of the toy box. So think of it kind of like a mini campaign inside the toy box. And so each of these different sections here are related to different types of gameplay. So for example, if we head over here and speak with this townsperson, it will actually go and then add color to this particular section of the Toy Box Hub and give you basically an area to go and explore and play around in. But then after you completed the sequence, the team spawns in other portals that allows you to go and experience more gameplay content based on this particular shard inside of this Toy Box Hub.
So these are like mini games / tutorials?
Yeah, exactly. So the thing that when we were talking about this with Bob and Chad and his team, we were always talking about how there is oh hi Mickey, that there is we need to like there's over 6,000 virtual toys inside of the toy box, which is in a ton of content. Wow. Can do a ton of different things inside of the toy box, but not a lot of people ever really scratch the surface of all the different stuff that their team has put inside of there. And so they like the idea of this hub mode actually being able to show people just all the great, incredible things you can do inside of the toy box. So it's meant to also kind of lend a little bit of inspiration for players as they continue or as they become part of our community and continue to explore Infinity.
So players should probably go to this hub first before they try to attempt to do anything in the
toy
box.
Well, this is basically where the game starts.
Oh, cool.
And
so,
even if you've done toy box before, this is really fun to play through.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So,
by the way, can we just
oh,
reveal this
sorry.
mystery?
Yeah,
I don't want to leave you guys hanging.
So, all right, let's, we totally forgot.
What were these?
All right, so what Allison has in her hands right here are the Toy Box expansion games. Mm-hmm. So last year, you guys remember we had them as discs. We wanted to make them more special this year, so Jeff Bunker and the incredible art team at Avalanche worked on a ton of different designs. One day we'll show all the different designs that they've done. but we landed on this here. So let me see if I look in front here. The one on the right is the Villains Takeover Toy Box expansion piece, and the one on the left is the Speedway Toy Box expansion piece. So when you put these down, it'll automatically bring you into those different game modes, and you can play those experiences. Now, I think we just announced, and maybe this is a good time to bring on Jameson. We just announced, that there's a pre-order, and it comes
bonus.
Yep, pre-order bonus.
So
Come
Jameson, why don't you come over here, please? This seems like a good time.
Here, I'll tag him in.
You're gonna tag him in? No, you sit here and keep.
Oh,
Oh, couch. All right. That's better.
There you go. You sit here and keep playing so that our fans can see kind of more of this Toy Box hub while we talk to Jameson a little bit. So as we were talking about those Toy Box expansion discs, we had mentioned that something just was announced, right? So by the way, Jameson runs all retail and finance for Infinity. So tell us a little bit about what you're thinking here, how that came to be with the pre-order bonus.
Okay, well, we really wanted. Actually, what really happened was that these are going to be. I can't actually talk about real dates yet, but what we wanted to do.
We're going to be talking about dates soon, by the way, guys. We're trying to finish the game right now, and I hope you guys understand logistically, like landing the plane of getting all of the figures into retail and getting the software done on time, and then also assembled. This is all the stuff that Jameson's team does, by the way.
Yeah, my hair used to be black until I got on the Infinity, and that's only been about 2 years. So now it's gone a little gray. Thanks, Joe. It's either that or cleaning up after John's commitments on Twitch TV, things like that. Right? It's like it's gonna be here. It's like, oh, okay, all right.
So anyway, as soon as we know the dates, we'll let you know. But anyway, talk about this.
But these are super cool. What we found out from our BI data was that a lot of people really wanted to have that type of structured gameplay in the toy box. That when people were playing the toy box games that came in our starter packs last time, they were just loving it.
Yeah.
So we really wanted to have those this time, and what we did is we wanted to make sure that everybody knew what they were. So by making this the pre-order incentive, the gift with purchase, we thought that it would bring more attention and people would really want to come out and get it. And while these will be available in fall, if you pre-order, you'll get the Toy Box Takeover with your purchase of the starter pack up front.
So that's pretty cool, because right now, these Toy Box expansion games, at least I think we can say for North America, they're supposed to be $19.99.
$19.99.
And then, what?
Your mic.
Oh, yeah. And so then, the Jameson's team set up a thing where if you pre-order, you're going to get one of them for free. Now, they come actually in a really cool package, which we'll show at one point, and our marketing team did a great job. I actually say it looks like the old school NES games. Like if there are any older gamers that are out there, when you actually put the disc in and you look at what the packaging for this looks like, it's really cool. But yeah, so these are super cool. We're really excited about them. We can show them pretty soon too, in terms of gameplay. So that's exciting. All the incredible logistics and things that you need to do is exciting, although we'll do a deeper dive into that at another time. But I was getting a bunch of tweets this week about character exclusives, ?
Yes,
and so I had reached out to you and I was like, are we doing something like this? Because I hadn't heard about it yet. And then I thought it would be a great opportunity to actually bring you on to talk about if there are, what they are, and why. So maybe talk a little bit about the tweets I had sent you and kind of what was going on.
Great.
About the character exclusive stuff.
Great. So number one, just for the entire community, John has been in every meeting that we've talked about it.
You know what? I might have actually spaced out. Yes, you're right. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure. Because we do have these discussions.
But what we are doing is, while all of the characters will be coming out in fall and during the holiday period, we really wanted to make them available for some first-to-play opportunities. And so we will be having a little bit of an early release at some of our great partners at retail. So it will be our Rebel characters, along with Fear and Mulan. So you'll be able to get those.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There are 6.
6 total.
There's 6 of them, right? And so at on the Rebels, I think you can see them. They're actually available for pre-order online right now. But this is so sweet. She's giving me the notes on who's where. I kind of had some influence on it, so I'm pretty good.
Okay. Just want to make sure if you needed like a refresher, because there's a bunch of them.
No, but I appreciate that. Right. So partnering up with Amazon, we have Fear, and they're going to have this great pack where you can actually get all of the entire Inside Out playset and all the characters all together a little bit earlier than before the national release.
But just
Fear.
Yeah.
With Fear. And then with Best Buy, they are just great. They have Mulan, and then we have our 4 Rebels characters with Kanan at Walmart, Zeb, where's Zeb? Zeb's right here. Zeb. Zeb's, yeah, not to be confused with Brit, but it's Zeb. Zeb's going to be over at GameStop, and we have Ezra at Toys R Us, and Sabine is going to be front and center at Target.
Now, these are, like, in terms of time frame, because a lot of people are going to ask, oh, is that the only place I can ever get this character?
No. Everybody will be available this fall, but you're going to get your first-to-play opportunities with these retail partners, yeah.
Okay. And then, this is the spirit of transparency for these guys, right? Like, why do we do this kind of thing? Because they're going to want to know.
We're going to do this because we didn't really want people to have to wait. We have cadence, we have different strategic beats. It's kind of called like counter programming. But again, John, you guys are such a great advocates of the community and saying, we don't want everybody to wait that long. Mm-hmm. So how do we really kind of get these out there?
As quickly as we can.
Yeah. And so this was kind of like the loophole in getting them out there.
And they do big promotion, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so that's another reason why too. So, but it's not forever. I'm not always gonna have to go to that one place. So, but it is.
So how do we really?
Oh. Are you trying to get meta on us here, Allison?
My laptop died, so I was trying to get the chat.
Oh,
but then
okay,
all of a sudden it started playing the
So-
live stream. Sorry.
Anyway, I think it's important that we talk to you guys about this and also introduce Jameson because he's such a critical part. Him and his team are such a critical part of making Infinity. But explain to you guys kind of what that is because we were getting a lot of messages about it. So that's the story behind that, right? It's not.
It really is.
Yeah, it's nothing. Any deeper than that. Do you? Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Maybe we could just talk about the farming that's going on right here.
Oh,
Okay.
Maybe.
But I'm
switch
going
up.
to I have to do 3 things.
what are the
Oh.
3 things?
Number one is I have to give a quick shout out to my sons, Nolan and
Are
Connor.
they watching right now?
Hi,
They
Hey,
probably
guys.
are, and a happy birthday to my nephew Ryan, who's just turned 21. And the reason I'm doing this also is because this is my 15 minutes of fame. You guys did
No, it's not.
It is.
You're
You
gonna
didn't-
come
You
back
come on
at
every
some.
week.
No, you
Jameson.
didn't ask me what my favorite E3 moment was.
What was your favorite
And so
E3
I'm gonna have to
moment?
share
All right,
now.
sorry, go
So
ahead.
I think I actually have a couple years of E3s more than Sean, but it was honestly it was seeing all the great games.
Yeah.
Everybody, not just ours, but everybody. What great stuff was out there because if you'll kind of remember about 5 years ago, there was this big thing, console gaming's dead.
Yeah.
Not so. So it was really great to see the entire community, all the gaming. And then my second favorite thing was the fact that I got to come and join you guys today.
Actually,
Happy birthday to Ryan in the chat, by the way.
Oh,
Lots of
thank
happy
you.
birthdays.
Yes.
this is why we have the best community in the world. Actually, we were at, for those of you that were watching on Periscope, that was Jameson's house that we were at when we had the slam dunk competition. I don't know. It was so bad.
Yeah, and I apologize to anybody who actually watched that.
Well, yeah, that was Brian Nelson's kooky idea. So leave it to the head of PR to come up with a wonderful slam dunk competition. Okay, let's talk about this toy box mode here. Here's what I want you to do, Jameson. I want you to interview Marinick about this.
No, don't interview me.
Have you not spent a lot of time exploring this section of the game?
No.
Okay. All right.
So
Well, then you know what? I
I
actually.
think we know what the second thing on his review is going to be.
So actually, Mulan is awesome.
Yeah. So well, John. Hey, JV. Why did you pick Mulan? Why is Mulan introduced?
Thank you for the softball, but these guys already know it's because they asked for Mulan.
It's actually because of them.
Yeah. It's great, actually. It was a nice character. Like, okay, check that box.
Well, a little bit more.
We're gonna have Darkwing Duck.
I appreciate Mulan being there too.
Do you?
Yeah, there's a little,
Is she?
going on, but, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So when do we get the sweaty Italian? Anyway, so is she your favorite Disney princess then?
I think she is.
Wow.
She really is, and that's not just a shameless plug, but it's. What was that?
Emily's gonna be upset.
Why is Emily gonna be upset?
What are you talking about?
Emily's friends with Cinderella, so.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
But again,
She's not here today, so don't worry.
I mean, she's strong. She's smart. I mean, it really, I think, is a great reflection of the Disney princesses. I mean, she's awesome.
Yeah, she is awesome.
And I really like the outfit that they chose for her. It's not her warrior outfit,
That was a long discussion with
Was
corporate
it?
brands, which I won't talk about, but we won. But you know what? We can always do a costume change disc too.
That would be really cool. But I think it turned out so nicely.
Yeah, it did, and I think actually I've seen a lot of messages from fans that like so happy that this was the costume that you guys chose. So happy about that. So I've talked about this with Toy Box, and especially with everything that's happening with the new sidekick system, everything that's happening with the little farming simulator stuff. I really, really, really want the guys on the Toy Box team. I'm losing my voice. I really want Chad and Bob and those guys to be the ones that explain all this stuff.
I would really love for them to come on.
Yeah, and have an opportunity to do that. So I know that they're in total bug crunch mode right now. So as soon as they're done though and have a little bit of a downtime, we've got to show this stuff because it's so deep. People are gonna have so much fun. But hopefully, what you guys are seeing as you're watching all this stuff is that we've added so much structured gameplay content into the Toy Box this year that it's not just about building. You really are going to be able to have a ton of fun. And one of the things that I know Blackburn's really proud of is the team put the toy vending machine back in. And so what this is if you ever look at original prototype videos that are online in some places that we had while working on Infinity 1, Chad had designed this little gumball-like machine that you'd walk up and you'd press the button and it would spit out a virtual toy to play with. So the guys put that back into the game this year, and it actually is really, really a ton of fun because it allows people to basically get a little virtual toy to play with and then explore with it. Like an explore meaning use your imagination, use your mind to see like what are all the different things that I can do with this particular virtual toy. I remember during Infinity 1, we had the airplane inside of there, and then we were playing multiplayer, and the sticky hand was there, and I was attaching the sticky hand to the airplane, and I was like, "Hey, Sully, wait, you go and do this," and he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "No, I'm gonna do this." We're like, "Oh," and it was happening, and we were laughing so hard. And that is, I think that what we're trying to get back to is okay, now what does this particular virtual toy do, and how do I play with it? So yeah, it's a ton of stuff.
So many.
Yeah, so this is fun, and so I'll give the highline on it for those of you that haven't seen this. You're going to choose your sidekick, put something in its hand, and put something on its head, and based on what you have in the hand or the head, that actually affects the AI routines of that character. And then also you can level up that character's abilities. It's a really accessible system, but also very deep. So anyway, I want the guys to come on and talk about it. But this little virtual toy thing is cool, and it also so it randomly spits out one of these 6,300 toys for you to play with. And one thing that I really think is special about it is that players are going to, even some of the items that are on power discs, like weapons and things like the flamingo croquet or Carl's cane from Up, those are ones that will randomly pop out. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it just boop, it'll put out a power disc virtual toy to play with. So it's a really cool mode.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you guys clear something up for the chat?
Sure.
They were talking about Darkwing Duck, and they were saying like, did Jameson just cut off a Darkwing Duck announcement? But that's not what it went down.
No, but Jameson was in that meeting. So I told the story a bunch at E3, like the whole Olaf versus Darkwing Duck. And it's funny because I'm actually seeing like a whole bunch of people rally around Darkwing Duck, which is great. I wish I could get people to rally around Captain EO. But I'm seeing a ton of people rally around the whole Darkwing Duck thing. But you were in that meeting, and that was a pretty funny moment.
It was probably one of the most defeated JV moments I've ever seen. And he just kind of goes down, and he looks so sad, and he basically does one of these turnarounds and say, "You guys are all wrong. Darkwing Duck is going to be the one that we need to have." So he has not given up. So all the fans that are right now sending messages about Darkwing Duck, Darkwing is still in that
JV is forwarding all of your messages.
Yeah, I absolutely am. And we're getting ready to do another one of our informal Facebook polls to ask questions about what characters you guys would like to see coming to Infinity. So make sure you engage with us on social and on Facebook when we do that to let us know what you want, because we do listen.
Yeah, it really will be important, because we're going to need the proof, because he keeps just saying it, and after a while he's kind of like,
I don't know if I believe him. Right, whatever.
So it'll be good. So actually, yeah.
Cool.
Sweet. All right, what's next?
Are we ready for fan mail?
Fan mail! You want to stay? You can stay.
I can stay?
Yeah,
Oh.
Totally.
I get my full 15 minutes.
So
I think it's been longer.
So, and it's Pizza Friday, so this is why I keep on trying to move this along.
Yeah, we're actually running longer. Feeling a little like pizza.
Yeah. I ate. Look at this. Yeah, I know. That's why you were late.
Pepperoni and wings.
Huh?
Did you tell them about the pizza tree?
Oh yeah, there's a pizza tree. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, you know,
But there is a pizza tree in here.
You gotta save a little bit, because my kids are really excited to play, and that wasn't a shameless plug. To a matter of point, I don't even want to take it home, the dev kits, because I really want to keep that surprise for them so that they can explore the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Okay, so let's go to fan mail. Last week we did the whole entire conversation and discussion about the Infinity blankets, and I gave my Infinity blanket to Brit, and I went down to my desk, and there was another package there. And I opened up this package, and in the package was an Infinity blanket and something else, and a wonderful, wonderful note.
Really nice note.
Would you like to read this?
And it's funny. I mean, when we gave out the fan mail address, we weren't asking for presents or anything like that. But it was amazing that, like last week on the live stream, was the first time we gave out the fan mail address, and we already had something when we walked downstairs.
Yeah, right.
The timing was just kind of crazy.
It was ironic, yeah. All right, so this is the message that we received from Amanda, and
it's very beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, it's really well done. If we can zoom in on that, that'd be awesome. It's really here. I'm gonna hide her last name just to be safe. Good call. Anyway, Amanda did this for us, and it was, Amanda, thank you if you're watching. It was an incredibly touching moment. It says, "Dear John and Allison, I just wanted to take the time to say a big thank you to the both of you for being the ever-friendly faces of Disney Infinity. The community can admittedly be a bit of a handful sometimes, but you're always there with smiles on your faces, ready to answer any questions we have. You selflessly give of your time to talk with everyone. It's always very much appreciated. The highlight of my week is watching Toy Box TV live on Twitch. I love to hear about how the team's week has gone and to see you all having a great time playing the game and answering the community's questions." I'm going to cry if I keep going. We have to do it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no. Shut up. I'm just tired and it's dusty in here. Oh, go ahead. Go away.
Can we keep going? Or?
Yes, please keep going.
Where were you at?
It's like...
You selflessly give of your time to talk with everyone, and it's always very much appreciated. Oh, they already said that. Even though you're a couple hundred of miles away, it's like we're all in the same room having fun together, which it really is. I think that's like the coolest part of Twitch. It feels like we're just like hanging out on Fridays with everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
To show my appreciation for all that you do, I got you each a little something. For Allison, I know you love to wear scarves, so I hand-made an Olaf Infinity scarf, which I thought was a really cool thing since it's Disney Infinity.
Oh,
Look at this. This is amazing.
So this is like a girl thing. I don't know how these work. Like, how do you,
Here, I got this.
Searing's the one that wears the scarf.
So this is gonna go perfectly with my Elsa socks.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So this is how you wear an infinity scarf.
Okay.
JP.
Yeah.
It's cool, right? So I was wearing this all last Friday.
Were you?
Yeah, after I got
We
it.
should put it on. We should put you on Title X TV with it on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then.
And then for John, so and this was an amazing thing because you had just given away your blanket to Brittany.
For John, I know how important seeing Disney Infinity on bedding is for you. That might sound weird to you guys, but I was like, God, you know you've made it if your video game is on sheets. So, so I got you. So I got the Disney Infinity photobomb blanket you had been admiring, but you simply can't have the same blanket. Just anybody can order online. I personalized your blanket with custom embroidery. I hope you enjoy your gifts as much as I enjoy being a part of the Disney Infinity community. Thank you both for working so hard to give fans a wonderful place to play and a community that's simply the best. All jokes aside, your benches are seriously good. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is so I'm going to after Friday. I promised myself I was going to leave early and I'll go home and I will curl up and get some sleep with this blanket. So yeah, so isn't my mic right here?
No, it's because there's something on the table.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna curl up today with this. So thank you, Amanda. You're awesome. So all right, that's cool.
Yeah, claps for Amanda for sure.
Yeah. So are we? Is there anything else?
We got one more fan mail letter.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't read it.
I'll read this. I already read I already read this one and I did tear up a little bit yesterday. Coming back from E3, this was waiting in the mailbox.
It's nice to have a community that's so sentimental too.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Okay.
Do you want to read it, Meredith?
No,
You're
go
always
ahead.
really good at like reading stuff. Okay.
He goes, oh, it's a long one. The best part is actually having David here for these because he normally gets all of the angry emails.
Yeah.
My parents are like, you wrecked my kid's Christmas.
Yeah, I like reading that.
Yeah, but this is a different type of letter altogether.
Let's do it.
All right, so I was so glad to see that you guys gave us an address to, this is from Joshua. I was so glad to see that you guys gave us an address to mail you. I've been trying to find some way to get you some correspondence, and luckily on my first live Twitch TV, you gave out the address. I'm sure that you are being inundated with fan mail, so I'll try to make this short. The first thing you need to know is that my son, Braden, has autism, which means that he doesn't communicate well, and his social skills aren't what they should be. He also processes things much slower than other children his age. One of the major challenges that children with autism spectrum disorder have is imaginative play. Most of the time, these kids repeat what they have seen or heard in the media they absorb. We often hear Braden, quoting movies or television shows without any reason to do so. The term for this is called, I'm not sure what that is, echolalia. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Use the mic. Your law pro.
Oops. So you can imagine as a father the struggles I had with this, never being able to build a fort or play pirates or imagine together and play together. I tell you this in order to paint a picture of the dreamless, imaginationless environment in which Braden has grown up. Enter Disney Infinity and its toy box. God bless the Disney Infinity toy box. We purchased 1.0 and some figures, knowing that the content would be great and age appropriate for our son. We could never have guessed what would happen next. He played it and played it and played it some more. When he discovered the toy box, my son did something he had never done before in his life. He asked me to play with him. Not to say that Braden and I hadn't played together, but he asked me to play with him in the toy box. And instead of recreating some scene from Pirates of the Caribbean or The Incredibles, he created something uniquely his own. He built a fort, he played pirates, he put two ships next to each other, and had an adventure that was wholly and uniquely his and my own. The significance of that moment could only be explained by the silent tears of gratitude that rolled down my wife's cheeks as she watched us play together. Needless to say, we have practically all of the figures in both versions of the game. Disney Infinity and all its iterations and all of them to come have and will become the place that I can connect with my son. We can talk about social interactions, how to have empathy, and how to appropriately react in situations. I know this all sounds a bit melodramatic, and maybe it is, but I hope that you keep doing what you are doing, that you keep telling kids out there that their dreams can come true, because they surely did in our home. And as avid Star Wars junkies, we can't wait to start playing with some of our favorite characters from that universe. So thank you, and thanks to all the people there that make this experience such a rich one for our family. Thank you so much,
Joshua, thank you. All right.
I know.
And on that note,
On that note, right?
I think we need to say goodbye. Maybe we. Oh,
my gosh. Hi,
thank you.
Michael.
Hi.
It's amazing that you were able to share your story with all of us. I'm glad we were able to share it with the community too.
I love how I'm the one who's just totally bawling right now. Well, when we talk about Inside Out movie, I'm like, how many times did you cry? I just might be incredibly sensitive.
I cried yesterday.
Okay, good.
For the record, I like reading those too. Those are good as well.
That's awesome. All right, cool. Well, let's all gather together to say goodbye to our amazing community, and thanks everyone for watching us this week. Can you guys please come over here? That would be nice. Thanks for listening to our E3. I know it was long, but it was really awesome. Thanks for the fan mail. Thanks for checking out the game. Hope you guys are digging it. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Have fun. Play some Infinity. And remember, if you can dream it,
you can do it.
You guys always really messed that up.
We're professionals here.
All right, did you turn it off, or should we do it again?